How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. And today we're going to be comparing both ExpressVPN and TunnelBear to each other so that you guys can hopefully figure out which one could be the best choice for you. So I'll be briefly looking into the privacy policy, speed, streaming, and torrenting capabilities, as well as security and features, so that you guys can hopefully figure out which one could be the best choice for you, depending on you and your situation. You'll also find links to special deals and discounts in the description down below, as well as full reviews if you'd like to learn more about these VPNs. Okay, so with regards to ExpressVPN and TunnelBear's privacy policy, they are both as impressive as it gets. Honestly, I'm very impressed with TunnelBear being such a small VPN compared to a giant like ExpressVPN. They still do have a very solid no logs policy and privacy policy. They have independent audits to back up their claims, and they have yearly transparency reports where they are not afraid of being very honest with them. So great stuff overall. I love it. Even though they're based in Canada, which isn't exactly the best place for data retention laws, as opposed to ExpressVPN being based in the British Virgin Islands, which is essentially outside of the 5, 9, and 14 eyes jurisdiction. I don't think it really matters when it comes to jurisdiction, since most VPNs will try their best to give up data when it comes to criminal activities using their VPNs. They will not hesitate to break their privacy policies in order to help government bodies catch criminals. It really comes down to how much information is being logged about the users. And so this is where perhaps ExpressVPN can kind of one-up TunnelBear here with this real-life example here with the Andrei Karlov investigation incident back in 2017 when the Turkish authorities forcibly, obviously, seized an ExpressVPN server, and they were still unable to extract anything out of these servers. So yeah, overall great stuff with both VPNs. Okay, now moving on to speed, keep in mind that speed tests will differ depending on the speed tester you're using, depending on the server you're using, how far you are from the VPN server you're trying to test the speed of. It depends on your own internet connection. So there are multiple factors that can affect the speed test. So keep that in mind. But overall, this should give us a good kind of idea of which VPN could be the best choice here, or which VPN could be faster. So my speed is nothing too impressive here, so I prefer if these VPNs could manage to not really drop my speed by a huge margin. So I tested two servers, the Italian and New York server, with both ExpressVPN and TunnelBear, excuse me. And so here with ExpressVPN, the Italian server, it dropped to 4.99 megabits per second. I am near the European server, just for reference. So pretty good overall. This is below 15%, so great stuff. Ideally, you don't want to see any speed drops passing 40, 30, 40, 50%. So being below 15% here is great. With the American server at 4.91, again, this is still below 15%. So with TunnelBear, with the Italian server at 2.60. So this is roughly a 50% drop, and with the New York server, even beyond 50%. So yeah, the speed is not looking too good. I mean, granted, this is the paid version of TunnelBear, so I'm not exactly sure why the speed is so bad. I might be catching them on a bad day. I'm not exactly sure, but I have tested them multiple times in order to make sure it wasn't just a fluke. But the speed is not looking too good, at least for today. And with regards to streaming and torrenting, TunnelBear simply does not allow for peer-to-peer activities. It will not allow for that whatsoever. Also, according to them, if you happen to unblock a streaming service with TunnelBear, it's only by chance, and it's not like they meant for that to happen. According to them, it's just probably a mistake because they don't endorse unblocking streaming services using their service. So with regards to streaming services, you're not going to be able to use NordVPN, TunnelBear. So I was able to unblock HBO Max, surprisingly enough. So HBO Max and Hulu were unblocked, but I don't think that's deliberate. And of course, I was not able to unblock Amazon Prime and Netflix, which tend to be a little bit more tougher to unblock. So yeah, with regards to streaming services, unblocking streaming services and torrenting, especially streaming services, ExpressVPN is definitely going to be the best choice for unblocking streaming services. And now with regards to security and features, ExpressVPN is fairly bare bones, but despite how bare bones it may be, it still has more features than TunnelBear. So you've got a handful of protocols. You can just stick with the best performing protocol, and you've got the kill switch and split tunneling. Kill switch will, of course, stop your connection if the VPN disconnects unexpectedly, and the split tunneling will allow you to choose which applications are routed through the VPN and which applications bypass the VPN connection. So this can be useful in a lot of ways. Of course, you've got IPv6 and DNS leak protection. So any VPN that is worth its salt will have such features. And you've got over 3,000 servers in 94 countries, and 94 countries is definitely a massive number. Now, with regards to TunnelBear's features, we don't have too many features here besides, of course, the Vigilant right here, Vigilant Bear and Ghost Bear. So Ghost Bear is pretty much obfuscation, which will help you kind of obfuscate your traffic and mask it to make it look like any regular traffic so that even your ISP cannot tell that you're using a VPN. Vigilant Bear is the same as the kill switch you see in ExpressVPN. And that's pretty much it. Besides that, you have some options here which can let you automatically connect to trusted and untrusted networks, very basic stuff, some startup options, and that's pretty much it. You have 47 countries, which is not a bad selection at all. And you have some accounts I've seen say that TunnelBear has just under 3,000 servers. Other accounts say that they have just over 1,800 servers. So I'm not exactly sure. TunnelBear do not disclose the number of servers on their website. So yeah, but overall, it's a pretty good selection. But, you know, for me, both VPNs will allow you to secure up to 5 devices per subscription. And, you know, overall, when it comes to using these VPNs, I feel like TunnelBear is only useful if you're trying to bypass very basic geo restrictions, such as maybe if you're trying to buy a software or if you're trying to change regions to bypass very basic geo restrictions. So yeah, a lot of times you might want to access a foreign market or some software that is only available in certain countries. You can do that with TunnelBear. But besides that, and securing your connection on perhaps public Wi-Fi, or just keeping your connection anonymous in an encrypted and secure tunnel, TunnelBear won't be of much use besides that. And I don't see why people would pay for such a service when you can get something much better. So yeah, it's really up to you. Of course, you can tell here you've got 5 devices, priority customer service, which I have tested, and I got sooner replies as a free customer rather than the priority customer support here as a paid customer. So I'm not exactly sure how prioritized are the paid customers here. Maybe if they provided live chat support for paid customers, that would be impressive, but they don't. So, and with regards to refunds, they do state that they look at refunds on a case-by-case basis. So there's no you need to have a reason. So what they do state is that you should have a valid reason for your refund. Otherwise, you might not get it. So there's no money back guarantee, whereas you do get a money back guarantee with ExpressVPN, no matter which plan you decide to get. So it really is up to you. Me personally, my favorite VPN is ExpressVPN, and I like to use it simply because it really is just one of the best VPNs out there. It's compatible with nearly every single device you can think of, every modern smart device. The UI is super easy. And for those in censorship-heavy countries, it functions perfectly in censorship-heavy countries, especially in China, whereas TunnelBear definitely does not. So yeah, It's really up to you whether or not you want to go with Express or TunnelBear. It depends on your needs at the end of the day. I, for the most part, like to use a VPN when I'm torrenting or unblocking streaming services. So this is when I use ExpressVPN, since it is the best VPN for unblocking streaming services. So that'll be it for this video. Again, if you guys are interested in either of these VPNs, you'll find links to special deals and discounts in the description down below, as well as full reviews if you'd like to learn more about these VPNs. Besides that, comment below if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer all of them. Like and subscribe if you'd like to support the channel and stay up to date with everything cybersecurity and VPNs. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.